Hey guys, what's going on? I'm here with Brian Glick, and we're going to show you a quick tripod sweep off a failed Tomoe nage or failed sumigaeshi, anything where you transition to the ground. It's going to be quick. Generally, when you miss one of those sacrifice attacks, you end up on the bottom position. But this is a nice way to take your opponent and sweep them off balance and then end up on top. So you can sort of enter into like an over-under pass, something very effective for the judo guys. And it's a nice little technique, right?
Yep.
So let's start with that.
Okay, so out of any position where we have a failed sacrifice throw and we end up on our back, especially facing a partner here, so we're in with our grips and we miss a Tomoe, Yoko Tomoe here. The most common tripod sweep that you see happens where you take the foot of the hand that's holding the leg. So everything is controlling this leg, foot and hand. We're down by the ankle and we're up by the hip line. And our second leg, this would be, if we were doing our Yoko Tomoe here, this would be the free leg that was throwing our partner. It would come back and make a hook anywhere between the knee and the ankle, and then we would set our partner down. So that's a kind of standard way of hitting a tripod sweep, right?
Yeah.
So in this method where we're working, instead of using our foot on the hip, we're going to switch and take this free leg and we're going to bring it inside as a hook like so. Okay? So this leg is going to move from the outside to the inside here. Now it's very common that your partner, the person who's standing after the throw happens, they break this grip and they start to posture up. And it can be very difficult to hit your kind of traditional tripod sweep. So when we see this and we feel like they're too far away, we're going to switch our hands and we're going to hold with our collar side hand here like this. We have an inside hook, and the hand that just got stripped, that's going to go down here. We're going to move our hips to the outside. Our foot is going to rest. It can turn heel in. But most commonly for this, we like to put our toes contouring our partner's hip here. Now you need to be a little bit careful because if your foot drifts too far across, it's easy for your partner to push. The way we overcome that is by putting our foot and gluing it very tight to our partner's hip. Now, you can exert pressure here on the hip and your second leg is inside behind. So you have control in front of your partner. If he advances forward to try to pass, we can push back. If he goes to retreat, our hand holds and the leg holds. When we're ready to sweep, we're going to extend by pushing with our outside leg here, this one. We're going to pull with our hands to get our partner's leg up off the floor. And then, really important, we're going to take our two knees to the outside. As long as his knee is forwards towards us or rotated this way, it's difficult to knock a partner down backwards. But we can push and lift, and we have a surprising amount of control. Now from here we can start to come up, and for those of you who are working for Nawaza, you can start your over-under passes there after you've knocked your partner down.
Yeah, I really like this one because you don't need to attack both legs, right? You could only attack the lead leg.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, like in this position, when you fail Tomoe nage or something like that, judo guys will feel comfortable here. We have a wide base, we're generally short to the ground or something, we're strong. Like, okay, I'm comfortable here. So you don't need even access to this leg.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get this.
Yeah, everyone knows this one, right?
Yeah, and also it's hard sometimes to reach the collar. Even if you had it originally, the whole action of hipping in and defending, he's going to strip the grip here. So we make this hook and we switch, we post, and then so important, we pull this foot up off the mat. As we do so, we push, and now we can take the person down. You can keep hold of this so that they don't get up or start to recover. And now from here, you're in a place where you can start your over-under passing.
Nice. Then we'll show from the other angle.
Sure. So from any situation, this case is right versus right. We've got our grip. We're going to settle down in here for Yoko Tomoe, and it fails. He starts to posture up here. We're going to hold this leg and square back up. Then we place a foot underneath. This hand here, if he's got the sleeve grip here, we'll pull back and break, and then we'll switch so that our body's to the inside. This foot is going to form a post at your partner's belt. You're going to push and extend here so that as he goes to drive forward, if he does, you can keep him back a little bit. Plus, if your leg is just sitting out here, a lot of times people who want to play Nawaza will start to dive down into this position. Your foot prevents that from happening. Now we're going to take the knee to the outside. We're going to turn and lift and settle our partner down here. You're going to come up on top and begin your own passing. And then, like, just as a note, I know that sometimes, people are very concerned about how the knee is and like if there's a torque on the knee. What we're doing here is we're trying to turn the knee to the outside, but this is not a case where we're like kicking or violently, explosively turning the knee. He feels this much more as like an encouragement to turn to the outside. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I'm just kind of getting his knee to turn here, and now we're in a position where we can come up. You're not putting so much pressure on the knee that it's like you're throwing your body onto it, you're kicking it out. I know people are concerned about that. So.
So yeah, this is very effective for judo too. Like Tomoe nage, failed sacrifice, go into this, and then right into the over-under pass. Probably is your best bet.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Because you go for like knee cut, judo guys will turn to their
Yeah,
stomach
right.
because the rule sets probably make you play a certain way.
Right. You're able to come up, pin the hips, hold their back to the
Yeah.
floor, and you can go to your lows. Yeah.
Thank you. It was beautiful.
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, that was easy.
Good.
Yes, it was recording. Good.